Now, we all remember sometime April last year when there were reports circulating of some type of wild accusations that were going on with Uncle Shannon Sharp. Now, in between all this, there was Ochocinco, which a lot of people was questioning his loyalty. Will he jump ship? Will he stay 10 toes down? Which ultimately he did. But it was only recently Cameron decided to reveal that at one point or another, him and Ocho had a conversation.
I spoke to Ocho. Last I spoke to Ocho when Shannon was going through all that shit. His case about Ocho reached out to me. I don't know if he's shopping himself around because he thought maybe it might have been over for Nightcap and everything else. I'm glad Uncle made it back strong, man. But there's a lot of niggas turned their back on Uncle when that shit happened, man. A lot of niggas trying to get away from Uncle. Says like, we don't know what's happening. And I'm not saying that's why Ocho spoke to me. Why Ocho spoke to me. But it was during that time we spoke when Uncle was going through that shit. They said, "Okay, what's up, man? Hey, what's up, nigga?" Oh shit, nigga. Damn, man. Niggas counting Unc out, man. That's a good comeback, Unc. I'm happy for you, man. I'm just letting you know, niggas was testing the waters out there, though. Few niggas, too. Few niggas.
Now, what's so baffling and bizarre about all this, ever since that Cameron said this, there's not been a one hair of an iota of a response come out of Shannon Sharp or Ochocinco about this. I don't know if they're trying to have conversations behind the scenes of like, oh, what is Cameron talking about? You called him after I was going through that. You told me you had my back 10 toes down for me and this, that, and the third. So which was it? Were you thinking about leaving, or were you really going to stay all along and Cameron ain't telling all the truth? Now, the whole reason why Cameron even brought this up because they're doing some type of fun back and forth, like doing this boxing match. I guess that's, for shits and giggles. But that part specifically was brought up because that was the last time him and Ocho even had a conversation. Before now, I wonder, will it get addressed publicly? Because I could only imagine the questions and the noise is going to get louder and louder and louder. Ocho, were you trying to leave? Ocho, were you trying to leave? I just hope for the betterment of the Nightcap that it wasn't the case, that he thought about leaving and it would kind of conflict his comments, not only publicly, but to Shannon Sharp himself on the show, where he outright told him, I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving! The show goes on! This is my home!
Just to find out that Cameron is saying you and him had a convo about you jumping ship when them allegations were coming about. Now, admittedly, I do think it's a little messy for Cameron to kind of just reveal all this now, like amidst everything going on, like instead of a year or so ago. But I guess that would have just fanned the flames a little bit more, would have been a bigger distraction than what it already was. Oh, what's even more baffling and bizarre is that Cameron and Ochocinco have had a years-long beef, if you want to call it that. So it kind of makes you wonder what conversation may have happened behind the scenes to where you got Cameron going as far as to be willing to accept Ochocinco as another co-host.
So he was telling a story about how he was told to go deeper, but was already all the way in, and he ran out of his tool. So he said he had to get surgery, and since then he has been good. So the question is, just men in general, should they be judged for having surgical enhancements to feel better about themselves in their manhood?
I'm gonna let Cam answer that first.
Freaky ass niggas need to keep their ass inside, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the shit they need to do, man. Fuck is you telling another grown man about you getting your two-piece little bigger, man? I don't really fuck with Chad Ochocinco, to be totally honest with you. He alright, but at the end of the day, when we started the show, the nigga was hating from the very beginning. We started the show, we was doing very well, it was very successful. We didn't got no deal, no sponsors, and that. We was doing this off the muscle. He comes out of nowhere talking about, I'm gonna get myself back together, and I'm taking Cam's spot. Why the fuck you gotta take my spot, nigga? Fuck is you talking about? You been a football player your whole life, nigga.
The Stephen A thing. You talk about weird and I don't like you don't like my vibes. Listen, for one, the whole world know I'm joking and trolling. It's a funny story that wasn't even true to begin with, and you took that serious. So then now you're getting personal with the words and the talking. I post my location where I'm at every day. What you tell me to stop doing? Stop catching rides from the airport, right?
Yep.
Everybody know where I am every single day, no matter what city I travel to. I'm outside all the time. If it was really an issue, or you really didn't like me, and there was a problem, I'm easy to find, especially in Miami. If I'm not mistaken, you be here. There's one problem that you always got on me about doing a show like this. I don't do enough what? When it comes to talk about players.
Yeah, you don't critique enough.
I don't critique enough because I'm always showing love. I'm always showing respect no matter what. I never get out of line with nobody.
Right.
But the words that were displayed as if it's a personal issue. Now, if it's a personal issue, which I've never had with anybody because I always show everybody love and respect. I'm easy to find because I'm outside, always. In Harlem too. That's your stomping grounds, right? I be at Ricardo's all the time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be in New York Monday, and I'm gonna be at Ricardo's at 5 o'clock, to be exact. But it's always love.
To say the least, it is interesting how they went from that to this, where it's like, it seems that they joke with each other. It seems at least that they're being cordial, everybody cool. Last I checked, both shows don't really have any beef with one another. But I don't know, I just keep asking myself, why now? Why reveal it now? You could have did it when the iron was hot, but I guess he ain't want to blow up the spot at Nightcap just to be respectful. But needless to say, their silence is very intriguing and interesting. And I'm not gonna lie, I could be absolutely wrong, but there do be a few times, very rarely though, where you might sense a little bit of tension between Shannon Sharpe and Ochocinco. Now, that could be because of certain topics they may talk about, both of them being former players, that certain conversations could be more heated, more debatable, if you want to call it that, albeit, but it's still one of them things. You see any, or you sense any type of tension, I ought to say, and then you hear this, kind of makes you wonder a thing or two. But with that being said, y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Till next time, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.